Yo, what is up? I see YouTube has re-implemented the handles thing. Great. Great.
How may I help you?
Unbelievable. Is this real life? Unreal. But anyways, that's not really that big a deal. Welcome in, come one, come all, to some slaying. Some Friday night printing slaying. Let's go. Last few clicks, all done with that. What's going on? Mustang, Marty, Josh, Double Axel. What is up, Biv? Hey, we don't need to talk about gambling rings, am I right? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Crazy, I know, right?
At Pathless 168
Oh!
$10 through Super Chat. At.
I know, the at, so it's odd. I thought they finally realized how stupid of an idea that was, and they got rid of him forever, but... Unbelievable. But, yeah. Let's see, Dendelzy, Josh, what's going on? By Casper. WTB. Looks like a bunch of letters to me, but... WTGB POW. Welcome in there over on Twitch. Pathless, though, we gotta print that up. First super print of the day. Let's go! Thank you, Pathless, for the $10 super print. Ow! Yeah! Thank you so much for the generosity. My man! My man! Alright. First print of the day. Let's see if I can do this right, huh? Hopefully I don't print all the @ symbols backwards, am I right? I guess that'll work. There's like an odd number, so this is the first print. I haven't really tested it yet, so hopefully this works out for me. We want to go ahead and reverse flip it and print in landscape. Man, I'm like a professional at this. There is no better printer on the net. None. Uh-oh. It's not printing. Probably unplugged. There it goes. Garrett said he's wrong about Minnesota. I don't remember what happened. Oh yeah. All right. Pretty god tier print right there. Because we got the handles back there on YouTube. The ad. Appreciate you, Biv. Yes, there's a Printer Friday rules in the description there on YouTube. There isn't really a description on Twitch or whatever, but essentially, any type of channel support, I have no mercenary here. Of $10 or more, get you a message printed up on the board. Just kind of a little extra, you know, for anyone who supports the channel, you get a little print up here as well. You know, just a little extra boost on the Friday night printer streams. Wicked Ball, welcome in. Where was I here? Brad Seeley, welcome in. Yo. Oh, Garrett says they were going to win the division. Not a chance. No, not a chance. My dumminess here. I kind of got a bunch of super double extra double mid running backs on my fantasy team. I didn't think they were gonna... Boy, well, I thought they weren't gonna be quite as bad last night. Or last night. I started Mason, actually, thinking that maybe they wouldn't go full in with Aaron Jones, which they kind of didn't, but kind of did, but also they didn't even have double-digit carries for the entire team on the night, which is crazy. So yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh. I was trying to read there for a second. Mercenary almost getting nuked again. Hey, let's give him a potion, why not? Got another one real quick. Nothing hiding. You missed the @ sign? Uh-oh. What's up here for you? And on YouTube again, for some reason. They decided they really want this handles thing to be a thing, I guess. So we'll be doing this for the first bit here, and then we're gonna have we have TZ Mephisto at 7 o'clock. So it keeps getting better and better. I forget what 8 o'clock is, but I feel like it was an okay Terror Zone that I could do. But I really don't remember, actually, no? It is... Oh, the pits. Oh, yeah. Pits at 8 o'clock. Gizmo hopes my RNG is better than yours this season. I'm actually off on single player at the moment, so... Yeah, I didn't play this season too long. I had, I did the playthrough, and then I had a bunch of stuff come up IRL, you know? And I just, you know, couldn't even make videos or play the game or anything for like a week, and I was like, ah, whatever. We'll just jump back to single player. But I also hope I have good RNG, that's for sure. Man, Bib, the legend, all about hitting the links to help everybody out. The good old offline single-player Terror Zone schedule link. I just finished working the night shift. Heading home to go to bed. Wait, you finished the night shift? Oh yeah, you'd be somewhere else in the world then, yeah. That makes sense. Sometimes I forget that people live other places. Hey, yo, what's going on? Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully you're doing great, Troy. Got a good feeling about tonight, though. Got a good feeling. I think I'm gonna get a couple of L runes tonight. I'm pretty sure. Australia, huh? Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That's pretty close to around where I live. Not too far, anyways, right? I live in Michigan, the United States. So, just kidding. They said you're surviving, huh? Sounds like you're living the dream. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely living the dream. Jeez, I'm sorry to hear that. That's, just sickening to the stomach, I'm gonna be honest there, Tay. Jeez. Don't even know what to say. Just keep your head up, and I mean, hopefully things, bit better and brighter things in the future, I hope. Sorry to hear that. Mega sorry. MG, what's going on? Single player, yeah, this is offline single player. Just for reasons, I decided I want to play single player, and I didn't play this season too much. For reasons. Phillips is good luck on the stream. Out here myself, next to the fire, having some drinks. Nice. Smoking some steaks. Remember, make sure you get those things all the way to well done. Anything under well done is, I mean, you might as well just, you know, might as well have the cows still mooing, you know, right? I love it. I love it. Oh, just disintegrated. That was, I wasn't paying attention enough. Unfortunate. Yeah, Tay, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah. Hemji says digs the content. Digs the content. Appreciate you. Thanks for the kind words. Good luck and go blue. Yeah, they're playing that, aren't they? They must have they must be the late game. I kind of haven't been paying attention much. I'll be honest. Kind of just been paying attention to all these stuff in life, really, but only have so much bandwidth to pay attention to stuff, you know. But I am a Michigan fan at heart. I mean, they're playing state, aren't they? So, I mean, it's going to be just like, I mean, varsity versus JV, am I right? So, Barthman's welcoming. Yo, 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 yo. Catholic says 7:30 on NBC. 7:30, okay. Gotcha. Maybe I'll catch the second half after stream. Go State, says Mustang. Oh my gosh. You must be talking about some other game. Southeastern Montana State Community College against North Dakota's Our Lady of the Lakes or something. I'm just joking. Just kidding. Oh, Saturday night. Duh, I forgot today was Friday. I don't know why I got confused there. They just said go blue and I assumed it was today. I forgot. Yeah, Michigan or college is always on Saturday. I mean, there are some games on Friday. Weird stuff, but yeah. Wasn't thinking there. Thanks for the Nova guide, says Maz. Thanks for watching. Glad it was helpful. Yeah, realistically, I should be thanking you for watching the vids. Biv, are you talking about that? Are you referring to that one short that I made with the souls wrecking me on the way to bail? That is pretty S tier short. I might have drawn it out a little bit. I probably need to shorten it up a tad, but I ain't no perfect. Try my best. Just in case anyone's wondering what's going on up on the screen behind me here, we do super prints on Friday. So channel supports, get a little message up there. Doofus, what is going on? Yo, thank you for the raid of 45 Raiders. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Sweet Phil. I play Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's it. No other games. So if you like Diablo 2, you're in the right place for sure. Thank you so much for the raid. Doofus McDooface. Appreciate you. Got that real quick. Oh yeah, I guess I could go ahead. Yeah, I forgot about that, Biv. That probably happens at least once a season, where like nobody will teleport. And I'm like, well, I'm like a druid on day one of ladder with negative 50 lighting res. I guess I could run it. I have a telly staff. Uh-oh. Oh, you can't give him a potion when you're picking up an item. I guess I didn't realize that. Koopasaurus looking for a SOJ on single player, offline single player. There is a little bit of a trick to that. Never guaranteed to happen in the first second, but bazillions of magic find and do Nightmare Andariel over and over again. No promise you'll get one in an hour, but that's the most, what do you even call it? Consistent way to get one relatively quickly. Timmy, you said SOJ. Oh wait, here we go. Finally made a single player Enigma. Sold my third. Annie, second Torch. Huh. Okay. Yeah, the single player Enigma, Timmy, is a huge one, isn't it? Just a huge one. Just makes everything great. Self-farmed Infinity got no Annie though. Yeah, so you want to stack. Usually you can take a Sorceress, Fireballer, have like 500 or 600 magic find, set on a higher players count, and boom, boom, boom. Late night streaming, Book. What is up? Yeah, Friday Night Phil right here. I don't always. I missed last Friday because I was doing something with the fam. But mostly every Friday from 6 until 9. we do Printer Fridays, which just means super chats and stuff like that. Rules are in the description on YouTube, but the official super chats of super chats and stuff of the correct amount get printed up on the page behind me. So a little extra, you know, support the channel. Hey, I'll print you a message for you. Why not? Marcus, he's a fan of Trapsin on the ladder reset. Keys and runes. I couldn't say key there for a second. Gotcha. I'm not as much of a Trapsin fan, but a lot of people agree with you, and it's definitely can be good. Definitely can be good. Rock and Fade to make up resistances. What? Mind Blast, keeping you safe. You have the Corpse Explosion from Death Century, of course. Yeah. Then you can seamlessly slide into your Mosaic assassin, right? Kavitsky says, welcome in Raiders. Yeah. The Raiders. Josh, you made your first fist build, huh? So you're saying like a punch character? Is that what you're saying? I'm not exactly. I did play Skyrim through a few different times, but I'm not, you know, in-depth knowledger on the game, I suppose. So, Brad said he got 1,200 runs to get his SOJ. Never found one since. Yeah, the very first, I forget the exact number, but it was something like the first SOJ I ever got on offline single player and in LOD was something like 1,465 runs to get my first one. So that was cool. But I've actually done it several times since then. One time I got an SOJ on, it was the 89th run. Another time it was like the 600 something run. And another time it was like the 800 something run. And I think the average, if you stack up a huge amount, 500-600 magic find on P8, is something like 1 in 500 runs, I believe. Maybe 1 in 600. Something roughly like that. Yeah, Josh, you say for Skyrim, just punching. I don't think I ever did that one. I discovered this new build on Skyrim, actually for Elder Scrolls, like nobody ever does it from what I understand. So what I do is I actually go stealth, but I'm an archer though. So yeah, I go stealth archer. I hear, from what I hear, nobody does that. So I think I invented it myself. Race! Yo, welcome in if I didn't shout you out yet. Isn't that crazy? Like it sounds so obvious, but like it's like no one thinks about going stealth archer. I've been doing it. I even did it in like Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim. Like I do it all the time, but no one ever does it. I'm kidding, by the way. I do remember because back before I looked stuff up on the internet all the time. I fell into stealth archer, of course, on probably Oblivion first, or I don't even know, but come to find out, everybody does that. Come to find out. One of my favorites is probably like stealth with the dagger, though. It's funny walking up to people when you get like the stealth maxed out. You walk up right to people's faces and you're like, and if you don't take them out right away, they'll just like run around. Hey, who's there? And they're like standing right here to you, like looking straight at your face. Like, how does this make any sense? There's got to be some kind of logic here, right? Oh my God. Mustang says run 3 to get his SOJ. He got lucky. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I felt I got super lucky when I got it on the 3rd run because I was literally like, okay, here we, or on the, what did I say? On the 89th run. I was like, here we go. I got this video idea. I'm going to show like all the different stuff. I'm going to show me finding all the different stuff you can get from Nightmare Andy because it's going to take me like 1,000 runs probably. So I'll get like how many Viper Magi's, how many, you know, Mage Fists, and how many Tails Amulets, and how many, all the other good stuff you can find. And I found like a Mage Fist and like Goblin Toes, and then I found SOJ. Like, oh, I guess I'm not doing that video. Never mind. We're done. We are done. True pioneer. That's such a funny comment. Don't forget YouTube, hit that like button for me. The YouTube algorithm demands it. Koopo running Koopasaurus Self-Infinity Sorc. Feels amazing tele-stomping any content. It is kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. So you want to finish it so you can do higher than P3? Gotcha, yeah. Let's see, what else? So you would, I don't know what all you got, but for the harder to get stuff to make that finished, I suppose. Griffin's Eye is probably the tough one to come by. Really, a lot of the stuff, not super expensive gear, to be honest. Griffin's is just tough to come by, really, and obviously you already have the Infinity, so beyond that, you're like Viper Magi. A couple SOJs are probably hard to come by, too. But you can do Frostburns and 2 FCR rings. And it's slightly not quite as min-maxed as having 2 SOJs with Trang's Gloves or Mage Fists. So yeah. Need Annie Griffin and 2 SOJs. Oh yeah, the Skillers. I always neglect to remember the Skillers. Yeah, I forget about that. The Skillers are pretty huge for that, considering the Skillers actually help out your survivability a bunch, right? With the energy shield. Good call. Fire Enchanted. Fix 40s. One of these decades, I'm gonna get one. Question: since I'm self-wheeling Infinity, it's still okay to use a Lightning Sunder Charm? Yeah. So, I don't necessarily know that by the way you worded the question, I'm not sure if you have this misconception or not. Maybe not. But a lot of people I'll hear like, hey, if you have Infinity that breaks the immunities, then you don't need a Sunder Charm. Like, it's pointless. It doesn't do anything. But it's actually the Sunder Charm makes the Conviction Aura on Infinity, like, even more powerful. So, yeah, if you're going to be running everywhere in the game, you do want to rock a Lightning Sunder Charm if you need it. Or if you can. Because, yeah, what is it? The Conviction Aura works at 1/5 efficiency above when monsters are immune to lightning, I believe, right? But if the Sunder Charm breaks the immunity, then the Conviction Aura works down from where it's sundered to. So they'll actually end up with a lower amount of lightning res. Josh, I'm not sure on the comment there. Did I miss a comment or something? Oh, you're talking about the Skyrim punch build. Okay. I got a little distracted there. I got confused. Like, well, armor, and then you're talking about fortitude, like the armor fortitude. Wait a second, let me read this closer. Funny. 2 CTA so far, both 1 battle order rolls. No, Oh, how did I not see this beautiful Ogrimal? Show us the Tyrell's Might. I will in just a minute. Just a minute. I'll get around to it. Okupo, good luck on number 3, I suppose, huh? That's rough. That's rough. I did have to make a second one, but my first one was 2. It was like a 2-2-2 or something. And the third one I made was like 5-5-2 or something. The last one no one much cares about, I guess, but... So I was like 5-5 on single player. Well, I'm happy with that. That's good enough. We'll get that Tyrell's Might on this exact run. First time I've ever said that, too. I don't say it all the time. You know, if tile runes were Tyrell's Mights, right? No, I got a good feeling about this 26 minutes from now. Terrorized Mephisto. Tyrell's Might. Blah! I see you. I see you. Screamer. 4 SOJs before the Shako. And I'd have to assume you didn't just, I gotta remember to save jewels too. You didn't just run Nightmare Andy forever. I'm assuming you actually were out farming and... Pretty crazy, because, I mean, SOJ is a lot more rare when you're out farming stuff than the Stone of Jordan is. Unless in the unlikely event that you are actually running Mephisto nonstop. Nightmare Mephisto nonstop. Speaking of unrelated things to what we were just talking about. I can't believe I got 1 point from my running back. And I can't believe I was dumb enough to start Jordan Mason last night. The only good thing is the guy I'm playing against started Quentin Johnson, so he got a literal goose egg, but... Brad, off to bed. Have a wonderful sleep, Brad. Thanks for hopping in. I'm a Mephisto fan, but not just farming. Guess I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, I don't know if I said Mephisto. I meant to say if you're just farming Nightmare Andy over and over again. Which I would assume you didn't do that. Because every once in a while you'll hear somebody like, oh man, I can't find any of those super rare uniques. And then they'll be like, yeah, I just run cows a lot. And then, you know, I do bell runs for the experience. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, there you go. Executioner's Sword. Sword Guard. Mustang said you started Minnesota defense, but it had Herbert on the bench. Ooh. Minnesota defense, huh? Rough one right there. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Minnesota to run the ball 9 times last night. Literally 9 rushes. Okay, good. I kind of expected Minnesota to put up a little more of a fight, you know. The game was pretty much that meme with the kid with the stick, like, poking the dead body. Like, do something. I didn't expect it to be quite so bad. Yeah, Biff, I knew Aaron Jones was quote-unquote back, but I mean, he's old, coming off a hamstring. I mean, I don't know. I thought they would... The thing is my options are a bunch of running backs that are in committees. So... I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea when I was drafting, but they were all later round guys, so I was hoping to hit on one, which kind of worked with Jordan Mason. I was hoping to draft both sides of these committees, a couple of them, so if one guy got hurt, I'd end up with the workhorse starter. So on my team, I have Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, but I also have Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. So Tajay Spears was out the first 6 weeks of the season, or 4 weeks of the season, whatever it was. So I had him, and then Aaron Jones got hurt on like the 3rd game or something, so now I had Jordan Mason, so that was good. Now they're all back, so now I'm screwed. So I gotta decide between these 4 different dudes, and I have to like start one of them. So it's like, I guess this week I could have got away from it, but I biffed it. I should have benched them all, honestly, and I picked up Hez Johnson. Young guy for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I should have started him. Or Pollard. I mean, Pollard gets, I don't know, who knows? Frightening truth, yo, man versus printer. Ooh, yeah, printer Friday. Printer Friday. I want NCAA advice. No, honestly, I don't like NCAA sports nearly as much as professional. Blind Gallon, what is going on? Doing good enough. Hey, you know what? I'm living the dream. NFL's a no fun league. I wouldn't go that far. NFL football way better than NCAA football. I don't really know. The thing is that it's not 100% certain, but almost always the people that like college sports more than professional sports are people who didn't play sports, is usually what I notice. People who didn't play like competitive, a lot of, you know, those sports competitively. Because just watching, like, especially college basketball, just watching college basketball, if I was playing with people that played the way college basketball players play, there would be fights every day. People would be going to jail daily. You would get punched in the face if you were out in the schoolyard playing like they play college basketball. Because they just foul on every time they're near a person. They hand check them, they grab them. It's like, oh my gosh, dude! Like, I can't even watch this. It's so boring to watch because they're just like wrapping people up. It's like that'd be a nice form tackle in the NFL, but I'm watching basketball here. Like, I get it, you wrap the guy up, but like, come on. We're an offline single player. Do you use max roll? I mean, I've looked at it before, if that's what you're asking. I'm not like one of the creators that helped make the site or anything like that. That should mean. Well, if I don't remember how a skill mechanic works or something, I've looked at the site before. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Good day.
Show my gear. I get asked to show my gear about every 20 minutes, Vovon, so I don't really go over my gear on stream anymore. I have build guides on my channel and stuff. I think I did link it in the description here actually, but I got a build guide on my channel you can check out. You can look her up. Ravrud. Stay frosty, messing with dual Phoenix Fury Druid build. Interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever used. I've only ever used Phoenix Shield, so. I couldn't give you great advice on that one, I suppose. And I've never seen it before or anything either, so. Whoop. No good. Let's see. Blind's got a 25 pally. Okay, alright. Leveling along slow and steady. Cool, cool, cool. Hopefully you get a good lucky drop along the way too, huh? Hopefully, hopefully. Did I play a sport? Yeah, yeah. In high school, I wasn't a professional, you know. I was football, basketball, baseball in high school, and then before high school, like 7th, 8th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like that, I played hockey. But I just couldn't, I couldn't do all four. It just wouldn't, I just couldn't do it. So I went down to 3. I used to, I mean, not a sport. I used to skateboard quite a bit. Dabbled. Always was active, always active. Video games is what I did when I couldn't do something else. When I was younger. Oh, let's see. Probably basketball leagues. I played in kind of like men's rec basketball leagues until I was probably almost 30. I was about 27, I guess, because that was when my current wife, but was not my wife at the time, got pregnant, and then I stopped playing in those rec basketball leagues. Yeah, I did go to a small school too, so it was a little bit easier to play all 3. Where it was like, if you're athletic, you're just, you know, you're just an athletic guy who's over 6 foot tall. You're pretty much the best kid at every sport in the whole school, you know? Pretty much. I grew up in a one stoplight little country town, so. So you say baseball bored you to death? I like playing baseball. I honestly don't really like watching baseball that much, but playing baseball I do. It also kind of depends what position you play too. And it's weird that because I used to be, the thing is I was really young for my grade. So I was always smaller than everybody else, sort of. But yeah, I'm 6'3", but I was a catcher. Usually catchers are short guys. But I was shorter than everybody else. And then all of a sudden I was taller than everybody else, so, you know. When I was like a junior, senior in high school, I finally, like, you know, hit puberty, and then I was taller than everybody else, so. Sweet Phil, the six foot plus athlete. Yeah. 6 foot, and then when I graduated, I was 185. You know, like, high school kids are always super scrawny and skinny, so I was that. But also I was, like, I was 16 years old when I started my senior year of high school. So.
I am overburdened.
My parents were like, get this kid out of the house. We'll waiver him in. It's fine. Get him out of here. Blind, made yourself an Ancient's Pledge shield today. 92 all res. Ooh, that's the craziness about Pally shields, right? 92 reds on an Ancient's Pledge. Nice. On the 3 that Ancient's Pledge gives the res to. Crazy. Good grades? I mean, good enough.
I am overburdened.
I was I mean, obviously if I had bad enough grades I couldn't play sports, so I mean I was like a B kind of guy. Where's Snow Pro? We need confirmation. I was gonna see if I had any pictures, or I don't really have. I just happen to have this picture just on me at all times right here. Hold on. Video proof of the... There's little Phil. This would have been... Is this T-ball or something? I don't remember. Yeah, this would have been T-ball. So I'd have been like 5 or something. Yep, see? Total baseball player. Told you. It was one of them things that when I was like moving out, my mom's like, what is this? Like, do you want this? I don't know what am I going to do with this? And I was like, oh, that's sick. Give me that. No, so frightening. It wasn't,
Not here.
I didn't skip a grade or nothing. My parents wavered me in. There was actually 2 people in my grade that were younger than me. Then I started college, I was still 17. I turned 18 after There was 3 or 4 kids in the grade under me that were older than I was. So, it was kind of like where my birthday fell and, you know, stuff like that. Lady killer athlete, yeah, sure. No. When because I was so into sports and that's all I cared about. I actually,
Impossible.
how do I say this? I used to get really mad all the time. I'd get real mad a lot. But when I got in like high school and stuff, I kind of stopped, you know. They would just call me Spaz. But I feel like once I got in high school too, things got easier because I was bigger than everybody else, so nobody would mess with you anymore. When you're quite literally like the second tallest person in the school. I'm not even that tall, but I went to a small school, so. Anti-killer, yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Maybe I wasn't the second. Maybe I was like the 6th tallest kid, but still. I could have been the first Otani, but I chose D2 instead. Ooh. Joey. Right? I could have been. Now, I did pitch when I was younger, but you know, when you get older, it was just, I was the catcher, so that's just what I always did forever, you know? I probably would have been, most pitchers are like kind of taller people because you get more leverage to throw the ball harder, right? But I was smaller than everybody, so I caught. I was a catcher, and I could throw so hard, so then nobody could steal. You know, I throw people out all the time, so it kind of worked out, you know. Plus, I'm gonna be honest. I've never compared myself to other like catchers, I guess, but like compared to normal people, like I can catch everything. Especially since I'm 6'3", like if they throw the ball real bad, I can go like this and reach like 4 feet out here and catch it. You know, so like I could catch everything. I wonder if I would have been really good at pitching, but I didn't like do it enough to like even be able to, you know, practice to where I'd be like, oh yeah, I was really good, you know. I did a little bit when I was younger, but First ever Griffins and it was ethereal? No! Anti-killer. Sorry to hear that. That stinks. Let's catch some Baroons. Yeah, hey, I'm trying. Odin, I'm trying. For any truth, do they let you waiver? You're talking about wavering kids without prereqs? Yeah, you waiver kids. When you waiver somebody, what that refers to is sometimes. Sorry, I didn't know that. Maybe you didn't know what that was. It's when your kid's like 3 or 4 years old or whatever. I forget. You sign a waiver to let them enter preschool early when they're not quite old enough. You know. Because based upon, like, where my daughter's age is at, we could have wavered her in. But I know what it did for, like, what being wavered in did to me as a kid. Like, imagine if my first year of college was my senior year of high school for sports. Like, I would play pickup basketball games, like, after the basketball season was over. I would play pickup basketball games with the college team where I went to college at. And I was, like, better than, like, 3/4 of the kids on the team. But because I was so much younger than everybody, like coming through high school, which that was my thinking, but also I think it's just better off, you know, a kid being too young to be in school, I think is kind of a thing, but who knows? Who knows? I'm just guessing here. Red Vexer, welcome in, welcome in. See, if I have a grief and a fort, no exile, but Haas, should I make a smiter or a zealer for Ubers? You can definitely do a smiter. You do not. I've actually never. I take that back. In LOD, I had an exile, but here on single player, in D2R here, I have not made an exile. An exile is like, I guess you could say it's better, but it's kind of unnecessary, to be honest.
I have bourbon and pineapple meat. Let's go.
Race, yo! Thank you for the 100 bits. Ooh. Congrats on the drank. We have a good Friday. Uh-oh. Woo! Sorry, I had to sneeze there. For any truth, you say your parents wanted to move you up like 5 grades at a couple different times? What? Interesting. Interesting. Red Vexer, what about dodgeball? I did not play competitive dodgeball, no. I was pretty nasty, though. I was pretty nasty at dodgeball in gym class. Don't know what those letters are, but I'm assuming you tested in your super smarty pants is what I'm going to guess. I don't know what those letters stand for, but... What time we got here? Oh, 55. Let me make sure we clear this out. Need to make sure I keep all these so I can do my next crafting session. I didn't realize how quickly I've been stacking this stuff up. I looked the last time I did one, I was like, oh, geez, I have like 300 more, like, crafts I could do. Jeez. I will do one more run I get here, I guess. Hundo. I don't know what that means, but hello, I suppose. Is that some slang new kids say nowadays? Are you about to be like, 6'7"? 6'7"? Oh! I don't know what those things mean, but dip, dodge, duck, dip, and dive. Yep, legendary. Indishe, 58 hours. Is that how much you work this week, or? Oh, I raced. I didn't see. Said there he worked 58 hours. Oh, geez, yeah, that's too many hours, bro. At least get a fat paycheck, I guess. Viv says there's a softcore ladder declone spawn at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Anyone interested in that? No 4 seconds. We are rocking a Printer Friday, by the way, just so anyone, if you don't know about her, just a kind of little extra bonus for anybody supporting the channel. Any channel support, memberships, gifted subs, gifted memberships, super chats, anything like that of $10 or more. You can have any message you want also printed up on the board. Just a little extra boost. That's kind of what Printer Friday is. And I even have a printer camera. So you can see it in its printing glory. Yes, this is a true thing. Ooh, we got 2 more minutes. I better hurry up here. Ooh. Get over here, Warveer. Take me west. Just need the infinity. No, not Felicia. E2 Karen. Took a quick bump real quick of my Flonase. Just the allergies, you know. What'd you guys think I meant? Real mature guys.
I'll put that to good use.
That drugs, right? What, Biff? What was I talking about when I said that? What did somebody say? Oh, tweaking. Someone said something about tweaking. And I was like, what? That has something to do with drugs, right? What am I doing here? Oh, Merc's getting murked over here. Jeez. Bone weave boots off the bat. A useful one. Good old Marowaks. 192s with 2 to skills. Wait a second. I think that isn't that the max on, is it the Dex or Strength? Now I can't remember. 192 is a good roll with 2 to skills, and I think that is it the Dex that's maxed out there, or is the Strength that's maxed out? I don't remember. Those are pretty good, though. Either way. Either way. I'll hang on to those. They might be better than what I got, so.
All right.
Yo! Frightening Truth!
Frightening Truth 7,173 donated $10 through Super Chat. I need the print to say, 6'3" athletic prowess unmatched, lady killer.
Nice. That sounds like something I need to get on a t-shirt. What did I just do? Oh my gosh. You distracted me. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You legend. Thank you so much. Frightening Truth. Woo! Thank you so much for the super print. Yeah, let me get this printed up for you right now. Absolutely legendary. Woo! That's a new addition to the stream, the Headbangers Ball there. Oop. A little bit too big. How do you change the font size? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just about perfect size, I guess, actually. Select, yes. Flip it. File print. Yeah, that's about, wait, landscape, yes. Print. That's about at the maximum amount of size and stuff like that. Ooh. Get a headbanger's ball too? Yeah, hey, I'm all out. All out on Fridays. All out on Fridays. Ugh. Hey, we'll go right here. Little on the reverse side there, but wait a second. Oh yeah. When there's that many words, it's a bit small, but is what it is. Thank you so much, Frightening Truth, for the $10 super chat. I think I reset the map, right? Naga, cuckoo. Partaken in a pour of 1792 single barrel Kabitsky. Sounds like some good whiskey, I think. Could be wrong. Nope, you ain't gonna get me. Blackhorn's face, it is not in Dario's visage. BBL. Yo, good morning. Good morning indeed. Yeah, that one, it is pretty long. I see you guys talking about it pretty long. It is pretty long, but it just ends up kind of small. I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but... Who should Penn State hire as their coach? I have no idea. I have no idea. I barely follow college football, to be honest. Barely follow it. Hey. Sorry. Next time. Marty Morningwig. Nice. Matt Patricia. Wayne Fonts. Oops. I was too busy naming off random coaches from around the area. Whoopsie. Oh, Matt Patricia's the D coordinator for Ohio. He would. He would be. God, imagine going and working for Ohio State. Gross. You got to be a special kind to be an Ohio State guy. Ugh. Good old elder staff. Well, nah, forget it. We don't need no cruel Hydra bow. Mike McCarthy? Name sounds familiar, but I can't remember why I know that. The Ohio, what are you, a court jester? It is the king of, like you're announcing the king coming in. That kind of makes sense, actually. Freaking Ohio State. I'm gonna make a quick another drink. Of course, I'm a Michigan fan. Like I said, I'm kind of like, I used to watch sports way more than I do nowadays. You know, just what do I end up using time to do? But back when I used to have cable TV and you could watch like all the Michigan games and stuff all you wanted. I used to watch, literally when I was younger, when I was like 10, 12, 13, I was like obsessed with sports like crazy. I'd watch like every Michigan basketball game, like it's huge. Kind of a coincidence, actually, even when I was a little bit older, probably like 25 or something. It kind of worked by happenstance, but when Michigan basketball went to the national championship, I believe it was, or was it the Final Four? But anyways, they were playing it was playing in Indiana. I actually went down there. I didn't go to the game, but I went to like some bars down there because I think it was in Indiana and we were playing against Indiana in the Final Four, maybe. Maybe some of y'all remember better than me, but yeah, we ended up losing. It was rough, kind of. Because I mean, like a bar, everybody red and white, you know, because I think Indiana was red and white too. If I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. I just got this Michigan hat on. I'm like, Nobody was crazy or anything, though. They were just like, nah, you guys lost. And I was like, yeah. You know, what do you, yeah, yep, that's exactly what happened. Have I played D2R with controller? Klaatu Magneto. I have not. I have never played D2 with controller before. I've heard some mixed reviews on it. Some people say it's awesome. Some people say, oh man, it's kind of tough. So, I think, and this is my speculation, from what I hear from people, if you played Diablo 2 for like 2 decades on PC, then playing with controller is real sketch feeling. But if you if you played like a long time ago or haven't played recently or this or that, people don't seem to think it's that weird. So
Not in town.
that's just kind of what I picked up from other people. Oh, okay, Hundo. Yeah, okay. McCarthy, Green Bay, and Dallas. Gotcha now, yeah. A few people talking about the NIL deals and stuff, how it's completely different in college. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that, how they get paid and stuff. I don't know, like I said, I haven't been, when that came in, I kind of wasn't following college football and sports that much, and I still kind of don't. So I don't really know the ramifications for how much that changes everything. Obviously it would, but I just, haven't been following it. A little ignorant on the topic, I guess you could say. The Retro John, longtime PC D2 player, don't mind controller though. Just given his opinion. Not as quick to react or pick up things, but it's fun, chill on the couch with the Steam Deck and stuff like that, he says. Gotcha. Yeah, the general gist of what I'm getting to is, yeah, certain builds are better than others on controller, yeah. Skills where you don't have to control the range. Alright, we're going to want the perfect amount of res on this one. 52. Does this max out at 52? Is that the most you can get on it? I don't remember. Just kidding.
Not in town.
69 is max res. Isn't that the truth, huh? Shane. Real mature Shane. Yeah, the max is 52. Alright, come on, Mephy. I promised all these slayers that I'm going to find Tyrell's Might right now. You can't let me down. Don't make me a liar. Don't do it. Also, what y'all should do, though, on YouTube, hit that like button for me. Shout out like button on YouTube. Whoops. Oop, I just... Don't think I messed anything up. I just clicked in the wrong spot on accident. No big deal. Hundo. So, Hundo, the thing I do know about console is they have a button that you can pick things up directly to the cube. Because it's kind of annoying that they don't have it for here, because I have to go like this to pick things up, or you can go like this, I guess. But it's kind of annoying because, like, let's say I want to pick something up over here, you go like this, and like, oh, I can't click on anything. I have to run around and then pick it up. But if you pick it up the other way, then you have this huge giant area to pick it up. That's why I always do it this way. Not to mention, if you want to, you always want to put it in here and identify it. So I do it this way to go. I go like this, left click, right click, left click, you know? So it kind of works. We have Dog saying the pick up to cube game changer for the console, yeah. But yeah, at least there is the... I put mine to the letter C on my keyboard, but yeah, it opens straight to the cube here, but... Retro John got his Shaco during TZ Andy. Nice. Good old TZ Andy. Yeah, we'll check him. Super high strength 220 Javas. Yeah, Hundo. Yeah, you have to. I don't know what it is because I don't play console, but I'm sure it's an easy search away. Odin says he played this game too much in his youth. Well, I'm sure you turned out all right. I did play quite a bit too, in spurts here and there. I always tell the stories once in a while when I would, like, in the summer, when I was on summer vacation, when I didn't have football practice or baseball or something. I had to fill all that time that I would usually be doing sports, you know. But at nighttime when it's dark out, you can't play sports, so I remember playing Diablo 2. You know, parents go to bed, I'm still playing. I'm playing. All of a sudden, I hear my dad's alarm go off. I'm like, what? My dad's getting up for work. So he goes and he's getting ready for work, and I sneak upstairs and lay down in bed. I hear him moseying around, getting breakfast and stuff, leaving. Then I walk back downstairs and get on the family computer, because there was only one computer. I walked downstairs to the family computer and start playing again. Battle Mage, yo! Thank you for the 5 gifted Slayer ships. Also, that does get you a print up on the board. Yeah, legend. Thank you so much for the generosity. Thank you. Battle Mage. You legend. Ooh, yeah. Woo! Appreciate ya. Let me know what you want your message to be if you want one. You don't have to, by the way. Sometimes people don't want to have a super print. They just want to support the channel. But yeah, if you want to print up here, let me know what you want. Shorter the message, the bigger the words, as you can tell. So, oh, G-Stacks.
Ogre smell is 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 poop.
G-Stacks, thank you so much for the legendary, not a regular Slayer ship, a legendary Slayer ship. Boom. Appreciate ya. Oh my gosh, it's coming in hot now. All these legends. Nate, yo, thank you for the 5. Gifted over on Twitch now. My God. My God. Oh, let me see. Did Battle Mage put anything over here just super quick? Not yet. No. But Nate, thank you so much for the gifted over there. You legend. Woo! Thank you so much, Nate. That gets you also a super print up on the board. If you want one, of course. Thank you so much. Boom. Let me know if you want to message Nate. I'll get that printed up for you. ASAP. Josh gonna go run some trab with the Zealer. Nice. Oh, trash now. Everyone coming in huge all of a sudden. They all see G-Stacks in here.
HN Bash donated $10 Canadian through Super Chat. Go Jays go.
Go Jays go. Ooh. Oh, Vortex Shield. That's a little bit of a rare one here from Mephisto. All right. This is going to be not great, of course, but Griswold's Honor. A pretty rare one. Said Vortex Shield, of course. Eagles, Less Than Lions, printed. I got 2 prints I got to get here. But first of all, trash. Thank you so much for the $10 super print. Ooh. Thank you so much for the generosity. Thank you. Let me get these printed up for you, fellas. Just super quick. One day I gotta get this like an automated process, right? Somehow. Like, go to this website, enter it in, it's automatically linked to my printer. Wait. No, landscape. That's what I wanted. Okay. Huh. It's automatically on landscape now. It doesn't switch. Interesting. We got trashes first, I guess. Oh, we gotta get battle mages up there too. Need that anymore. And then we need. So battle mage. I'll get battle mages first. Drop crafting stream. We'll get that printed up for you. Thank you so much once again. The horizontal. You know what? I didn't show the print before. Devastating. Just devastating. What kind of noob am I? We're crafting the drops. Ooh. Whoops. Now we got from Nate. Dog. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this because we want the greater sign. Maybe we'll go like this. Maybe we'll make it super tall. Kabitsky, yo! Thank you for the tier. Whoa! 10 tier 1 subs. My God. Just one quick second. We will get this for you. I think this one's going to be better off if I do it like this, maybe. I don't want to make it too stretched out, but I made it bigger. Ooh, I didn't reverse it. Devastating. Could have been devastating. Print this up. Craft from Mephisto's bones into Tyrell's might. Kaboom. That means the lions are bigger. If they're on the greater sign, just like Pac-Man, it's eating the bigger one because he's hungrier. Lion's better than the eagles. Oh, better believe it. Oh, we owe Kabitsky. Let me know in the comments there what you want your message to be, but thank you so much for supporting the stream. You legend. 10 gifted Slayer subs. I always forget what to call them. Subscriptions there over on Twitch. You Giga Chat Slayer. Oh, appreciate ya. Let me know in the chat there what you want your print to be up on the screen behind me if you want one. Is this a grail? Yes, it is. All I have to find is Tyrell's Might. Final item. It's been 2 years that I have only needed to find Tyrell's Might. True story. Oh yeah, let's get going. Steve, doing good? Doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. What's that at back again? I don't know about. I don't know what's up with it. I wish they would have got rid of it permanently. They just constantly, everything on the internet, they just always try to make everything worse for some reason. I don't know why. They can't just make things better. They just have to make things worse. Or if things aren't broken, they just like, they have to try to justify their jobs and stuff. The programming, you know, engineers and stuff. So if they aren't making new things and improving stuff, then why do they keep them around? Am I right? So they're like, oh look, we're making it better. Whirling crystal, can we get a 222? A 222? No, just a 22. And a 222. Odin wants the teleport on the Tyrell's Might. I mean, it is kind of sort of worthless, but like, I don't really want them to break more things. I don't know that adding teleport on more stuff is actually a good idea, but I don't know. Unda said, uh-oh. I'm sorry. It's getting these sneezes out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh yeah, I'm playing Diablo 2. I forgot. Jeez. Oh yeah, but the toner I got at the moment, yeah. Michigan schools. My wife volunteered to do something for something for the school. And then she got like kind of like volunteered to print off all of the oh just a 220, nothing else on it. I definitely have better than that for Necro already, so it's whatever. But to print off like the end of the year, like you know, certificate awards for like band or something. So she printed all those off, and they were like, just put in here's like $60 or something, or let us know how much it costs for another thing of ink or whatever, and yeah, pretty much. Clip that face. Don't do that. I was like, God, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again, bruh. I don't know what's going on. You know what is going on though? More, you gotta hit the like button for me. Did I read your earlier comment about the cup? I must have missed it there. Just a simple go blue. All right, we'll get that for you, Kabitsky. I did owe you the one for all those super generous gifted Twitch subs. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Go Bluey. Your kid must be a Bluey fan too, right? That's why you're saying go Bluey. I get it. Heyo. There we go. You don't need to clip my sneezing face. Come on. Pablo, welcome in. Yo. You know what my idea is? Real quick sec. What my idea is, how hype it would be. Just imagine the hype level of this. And I am anti-change guy, I get it. But if they added in, for one season, add in like a few items and just don't announce it. Like they just start dropping and people are like, minds are just blown. And then anytime that Blizzard or whatever gets asked about it, they just go, we don't know what you're talking about. No, there's no added items. And then people just have them. People are finding them. Just for the one season, though. I don't know what kind of item they should do, though. It couldn't be something too crazy, because whatever gets dropped, it would be forever on the, you know, the non-seasonal, so... Anything good from TZ Meph? So far, I mean, just a couple kind of rare items, but nothing like, you know, YouTube shock face thumbnail or anything like that. The whiskey tastes better when drank out of a sweet fill coffee cup. Ooh, it's science. Yeah. Whiskey neat out of a coffee cup is just... And then the sweet fill coffee cup at that, you know. Colossus Blade surprisingly worked good. On the Whirlwind Barb anyways, the two set. I mean, it's not the new Grief or anything, but Colossus Blade, still cool. Maybe we'll look at this just cuz. We can get another one of those crazy high things. BK Blade, it's alright. Yeah, it's a little rare. It's alright. I mean, I wasn't going crazy, but I mean, I was doing like Players 1 Trav and it was going relatively quickly. I was kind of surprised, so. Nate says they should make a sweet fill armor. Oh, yeah. Plus 37 to light radius, and that's all that's on it. Plus 37 to light radius Ogre armor. So it's like a new base item, too. Sucks for you. What's going on? Welcome in. Got a Vex from TZ Andy, you say, huh? Don't usually farm it for runes, but you definitely can get those for sure. Congrats on that. Palzami? Could be. Probably is. Not, I meant. What stats would Sweetfill Armor have besides light radius? No, that's it. Plus 27 light radius. That's all that'd be on it. Ooh, but hold on. It would have plus 27 light radius, but it would artificially raise the cap of the maximum light radius your character could have. Somehow. They could program it. Because right now, I think it is... Isn't the maximum light radius a character can have is like 7? Be crazy. Suck says he's looking forward to the TZ pits. Ooh. Yeah, should be cool. I'll rock that fire trapper with that one. Increase gold radius pickup. Just increase it to the whole screen. That one would be tough for online though, because people would have overlapping pickup radiuses, you know. Mustang says that the 27 light radius would just look like a mosaic assassin. Maybe. Well, to be honest though, it increases the light radius, but it doesn't increase the light brightness. So how this glows out to about here, it would just be like this. The whole area would be lit up. Like you could see people's light radius coming into the area before, like well before you could see them. Oh, couple items here. I mean, these are obviously laying of hands, so that's neat. 35, 24. That's not very good. Even the things I'm finding today, they're all rolling pretty low, right? Like that Kira's earlier. Rough. Auto rune pickup. Ooh. Kabisky, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Finally found your nature's peace. Congrats. Congrats. Must need that slain monsters rest in peace, I'm guessing. Auto lem pickup. Yeah, that's really all you need. I mean, all the other runes, I mean, Jaws and Ohms, just leave those. But yeah, if I could just get the lem runes, that's what's important. You're gonna be running Trav with your double swing barb. Okay, interesting. Straight up double swing. Good gnarled staff. What is this? Is this the Lazarus? I always forget what these are. Yeah, Spire of Lazarus. Yeah. I can never remember which one's which, you know? Dual botnies, okay. Kind of expensive for single player, but you know. Man, you got 2 Breath of the Dyings on single player? Impressive. .309 MF good for a Nova Sorc. Yeah, that's pretty good. Most people don't have that much on a Nova Sorceress. I do some stuff a little differently where I get mine up there. I actually use no skillers on my MF Nova Sorc. Because usually you only have like, I forget what number you usually land at if you build the standard self-wheel Infinity Nova Sorc. I feel like it's only like 180 or something, or 170. Good old Ballista. Every time I see this one, this is one of those items that if I found this in like 2002, I'd be losing my mind. I remember getting my first Berzia Kandu Tantantu. Berzia Du Kayanan. However you pronounce that. I might be joking slightly, but Scotty says he wants add the teleport to Tyrael's and a Set Shako. Set Shako, what's that would go for? Yeah, the good old Got Christox, exactly. The good old guided arrow back in the day. Ooh. Infinite pierce. Infinite back and forth guided arrow piercing. Josh said oh, you're rocking full towels on a Nova Sorceress? Interesting, okay. Full towels, you say, so not self-infinity in. Huh, okay. I don't know if I've heard that one before. I mean, full towels is good on a lot of stuff. Kind of behind, but you see it, you see it. Hate that they fixed Pierce. I mean, all that they really quote unquote fixed or whatever was the infinite back and forth of guiding arrow, right? I think the most thing that happened with Boazons really was when they rebalanced stuff. They didn't increase the damage on builds that deal physical damage. Like they didn't boost up the damage of the weapons, so that's why all the melee characters, and I assume it's kind of the similar thing for the Boazon, why they're not as good as before, but pretty efficient static meteor combo. Yeah, it works pretty good because you got enough. Minus lightning res actually helps out the static work better. It takes off larger chunks. Like if you ever try take off your infinity and try to static a monster, and you'll see there. I'll do it right here, and you can kind of see it'll static much slower than it did before. See the little tiny chunks it takes off. I only have to, and then this is going to deal obviously a lot less damage, but if you have static, it takes off larger chunks. Another one of those with more minus res. So the conviction aura, and then also the minus res on the full, you know, up here. You can see the minus lightning res there helps it out. Yeah. Writing Truth wants his upped burrs from back in the day. I want my 40 hex chimes. My white gloves. Just kidding. Obviously hacked items for sure, but yeah. Undo says, never understood why they have all that life and mana leech on the Hell's Helm. Just in case you want to be a physical Sorc, you know. Yeah, it doesn't really fit at all, does it? It does not fit. Yeah, look how big. See those chunks? I just did 3 statics and it took his health down that far. Crazy when you have the infinity on. And you guys see when I had the infinity off, it was like before it got down. Yeah, you know, and that's one of those things I've never heard anybody ever say before. Maybe I should make a video about it. I've literally never heard anyone say that in my life, ever, at any point. About how the enemy's lightning res affects 1, 2, 3, and see, it's down past half too. In hell difficulty, you're only supposed to be able to minus them to half their health. But if you static with more lightning res, you can actually lower them past halfway, past 50% health. Interesting. Ooh, a little Sunday, okay. Now, is that crane beak or something? Yeah, crane beak. Super fast, but ooh, Raven charges. Monster said you're gonna Charcy your obsession go back to infinity. Well, even if you're not self-wielding infinity, you should definitely have the infinity on the mercenary then. But I guess if you have the infinity on the mercenary, you can't have insight for the prayer triple dip or whatever, so. Interesting. Yeah, I've never actually ran the obsession on the Nova Sorc. I guess you would just have to just use a regular cure prayer without the meditation. Well, you gotta have meditation. I don't know. I'd have to look into it again. So I'm gonna try it again, and we'll take a look at how fast or slow the static goes with no conviction aura. See how much slower it goes, and it stops at halfway, right between the P and the H. Huh. I can't static him any lower. I thought it staticked him lower the other run, but we'll check on the next one if I static him down past halfway. I could have swore it did, but maybe I'm just blind or something. We got terrorized Mephy. Better believe it. Do you ever do giveaways? I do when I play online ladder, but I don't do a lot of offline single player giveaways, so. Naggy. I do giveaways like the first week or two of ladder usually, or, you know, maybe a little bit after. Depends what build I decide to play for ladder, but we got everything set up there. Huh. No, I couldn't static him anymore that time. I feel like it depends how the statics land or something. I don't know. Pablo, I have one video on the cold boa, I mean. Full Mavinus cold boa. So, I think the way that you keep up with mana is that I think I was literally like chugging mana potions all the time, to be honest. I think it tricked me for the staticking below half. Like a meteor fell at that exact moment. Or like I staticked him to half and then the mercenary hit and landed like a crushing blow or something, you know? I think is what happened at the same moment. I think maybe that's what happened. Frightening Truth says, might be a wild take, but D2 was better with the hacked items. It was kind of exciting to be a person, like if you were one that got the hacked items, you got in on the crowd that was the ones that had the hacked items. It did feel kind of cool, but I think long term that is not great. I think it seemed cool because you were like getting away with something, you know? But if everybody could get them and they were in the game, then it wouldn't be that cool, you know? Monster says in 2016 you seen hero edited items on non-ladder US West. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't seen a hacked item since back in the day, since all my hex charms disappeared that one day. All my hex charms and all my white rings and everything all disappeared one day. I probably had like 60 hex charms. Just from trading, just from wheeling and dealing back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, SOJs were like worthless. Exactly, yeah. Those were the days. Up a minute ago, Monster said, see, seen from the triple dip on the healing from the meditation cure cleansing of 82 life, you say? 82, 83, something like that. I looked at it before too. I forgot the number, but I'll take your word on it. That sounds about right, I guess. Sounds about right. Jose says he started offline on Switch to start from 0. Any advice on getting over the hump into hell? Got a 70, 75 HDIN and a Fire Sorc stuck on Act 3 on both. Yeah, the one advice I would give you is you do not have to beat the game right now. You could take your Sorceress and go run Lower Karast and get Enigma if you wanted to. You could go farm Mephisto, Moat Trick him for a little bit if you wanted to. Go farm Andario for a while if you wanted to. You could farm the Pits for a while if you wanted to. And I always tell this story. About a year ago, and albeit, my entire Holy Grail is done, I only need to find Tyrael's Might. But I play all the different characters. I grabbed my Assassin and went, ooh, I'm going to take my Assassin and I'm going to go run Terrorize Chaos Sanctuary. And I pulled up the character and went like this, and I only had Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. In Act 3, I had no waypoints. I hadn't even done Act 3 yet at all. And my Assassin's level 95 at the time. Because I would just run the Pits over and over with it and stuff like that. I had never went any farther than that. So you never actually, you don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You could just take what you got, farm up a little bit if you wanted to. You don't have to too. You could keep going forward. The biggest thing with the sorceress too on a playthrough, just teleport past everything you don't want to fight.
Bulba.
Oh my gosh, 47 months of Slayership. Thank you so much, Bulba, for the almost 4 years. I am forever grateful for the generosity. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Oh yeah, so I always tell this story too. I mentioned it in a few videos, but I didn't make its own video about it, but so in Diablo 2, there's only something like 18 monsters you have to kill in the game to beat the game. Anything else is optional. So you have to kill Andariel in Act 1. You can teleport all the way through Act 1, only kill Andariel, boom, you're on to Act 2. Act 2, it's tough actually to do this, but really all you have to do is kill Duriel. Right? Am I not forgetting anything? I think just Duriel, technically. It's almost impossible to do that, but technically all you have to do is kill Duriel. Act 3, you have to kill one council member to get the thing. You can grab all the body parts without killing anything. So there's only 2 monsters you have to kill in Act 3 to beat Act 3. Just remember that. You actually don't have to kill the summoner. You can just click the book and go right past. Because on a lot of these actually, oh, I actually did here. But a lot of these I don't even have this quest completed to this day. You can just click the book, keep going. Act 4, you have to kill each one of the seal bosses and Diablo. So there's 4 monsters. And then Act 5, there is all 3 of the ancients. And if you are good, this is hard to do. Even the best speedrunners struggle with it. So, but you can skip the Bale waves. You can actually skip all of them. I've never got good enough to be able to skip all 5 waves at once. One time I got 4 waves. Just once. Oh no. But then of course Bale. It's the wrong color. It's not the right color, guys. Okay. Nope, I'm not mad. Just my 70,000th Immortal King, however, no big deal. No big deal. I'm just gonna cry about it some more. Kesach. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but just farm the pits, all you need to get rich. Yeah, pits is great. Pits is great for sure. I've done a lot of pit farming in my day. And you actually will level up, like, I mean, pushing to 99 in the pits only, I mean, a little tough there, but when you're at, like, considering it's Act 1 and how easy it is, relative, and it's an 85 area, so the monsters are 85, and then 86, 87, you know, as the champs and elites or whatnot, and the minions, you actually level up relatively quick. Like, if you do 100 pit runs, and you start at, like, level 70, you'll be, like, level 90 by the time you're done. Pablo never gets anything from the pits. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. It is 85 areas, so you can find all the uniques in the game from the highest level monsters that are there. And yeah, just the carvers are super weak. Archers, watch out for the archers. Watch out for the orange glow, or the might, or the extra fast, and cursed archers, yeah. But yeah, I get all kinds of, got Zods down there, my first Griffins from there. Yeah. But those over here. Oh I'm a little sore. I didn't go to the gym today, but yesterday I did a push day, so like, whew. Chest is sore, the tries are a little sore. I do a little more shoulder stuff, but yeah. Good hammered in boots, huh? Hammered in boots. I always just go with war traps or the magic find, but I feel like there's not like a best in slot boot for a hammered in. It's kind of like dealer's choice. Probably some kind of tri-res rare boot or war traps pretty much for the magic find. There's a lot of the other little, you know, the boots that people use regularly, like Sandstorm Treks and like, I mean, I don't know. The ones, what are those ones that have the Marowaks that got strength and dex on them? Right, something like that. A little bit of everything. Tear Haunch. What's it got? 2 to vigor on it. 10 all res. Foul Rune. Ya bum. I'm too good for a Foul Rune on single player. I'm Phil. Yeah, I wouldn't use those, but oh, Alder's boots for the fire res. Good call on that one. Actually, that's I would either use Alder's boots or I would use war traps. Because if you rock a spirit shield on your hammered in, you're gonna be, your fire res is gonna be under what the other ones are. So that's why any character that uses a spirit shield, they throw on Alder's boots to make up the fire res. And also Alder's boots, do they always have 50 life or another ballista? I think they always got 50 life. The fire res is what varies on it. First facet, congrats on that. DS Rasted, I'm not sure how to pronounce. Sometimes people's sometimes names I'm not familiar how to pronounce there, but don't do it. You got maxed out fire res already? They're on the more traps then. Viv says, oh, it's 40 to 50 life? Oh. I thought the life was the same, but the res varied from whatever, but could be wrong. Why people said level 94 is where good items will always drop. What you must be referring to is I don't fully understand exactly why it is. So I'm going to tell you that right up front. But I've talked to several other content creators, and they've told me the same thing. There's something with this desecrated level in terror zones. So it's specifically for terror zones, Pit. And the place that it's most drastic is TZ Andy, because of several other things that are going on with the always quest drop from Andariel and stuff. But apparently this desecrated level or something that is involved with the terror zones causes it at the super high levels like that. 94 and higher, you have a better chance, like up until that level, every level you have a little bit better chance of getting the rarest uniques. But for some reason, I think it's because when you're at 94, the terror zone, you know, is 2 levels higher than you, so it's at 96, so that's the highest it can get. I've asked a couple of different content creators who told me that and said that it's definitely true. Yes, it is. You're like, some people in chat told me about it, and they're like, no, that is absolutely true. It's exactly how it is. And I'm like, really? Can you, like, could you talk to me one time about like why it's true and how does it make sense? And they're like, whoa, like I can't explain it. But so I've actually asked a couple of different people to like do a combo video with me to talk about that, because they told me it was true, and they're people that know what they're talking about, that would never, I don't believe would like actually say something unless it was true. But then when I ask them to like explain it to me on video, they're like, whoa, well, oh, I'm not gonna go that far. So yeah, that's about all I can tell you on it. We can come to a compromise. Some hacked items limited. All my SOJs back. We keep Ubers. Deal. All your SOJs. What'd you have, like 400 SOJs? Duped up SOJs back in the day? Cav, what's going on? Welcome in. Writing wants the Oxy rings, white rings, Hex charms. What about Whiz Spike gloves?
I need a key.
What about them? Yeah, so for any truth, yeah, I never duped and stuff, but you know, when the value, I used to be a trader, like I'd wheel and deal. I would go like, hey, I'll give you 5 stone at Jordan's for like this group of like stuff you have, you know, gives me a shaft stop and a vamp gaze and a Shaco and this and that, and I would take that stuff and part it out and sell them, each one of them for like 2 SOJs, and I'd come out ahead. Or somebody be selling their vamp gaze and for like 2 stone at Jordan's, and then I would go and sell it for 3 stone at Jordan's. You know, I end up getting like 40 or 50. Probably more than that even. Yeah, probably about 40 or 50 stones to Jordan. And then I don't know what happened. I think I had that. I think I was using, allegedly, a map hack. And then, yeah. Yeah, I know War Theory's got that video on it. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Anytime someone tries to explain it, it just doesn't make any sense. It's never made any sense to me. All I can say is that everybody says it's true, so I'm just gonna say that's fine. I don't know. I have watched his video, and I've sat there while people explained it, and then I asked them to explain it on video, and they're like, "Oh, no. I'm not familiar enough with it that I want to put my name to it." And I'm like, okay, I guess. So it's true though, right? Yeah. But you won't say it publicly. Okay. Yeah, I've literally, the time when I asked people to talk about it, I went and watched War Theory's video. I'm like this. Monster level, area level, desecrated level, the desecrated level double, that's how it goes when I watch it. Item level is less, but the desecrated level goes up. But if you're lower, the percentage goes. That's how it goes. All right, let's get to back to the fire trap assassin. Yeah, I don't know. Frightening truth. It's. I don't get it. I guess it's true, but I don't get it.
I'll put that.
I think I'll go ahead and the pits is pretty weak. Oh, I actually have the fire summoning here. I didn't even realize I had it at the time. Back to this lady. Fake glow rune. I should teleport already. That's not a 4015. First Arachnid's Mesh and Cham. Ooh, boy, Joey, congrats on that. GG. Why does concentration and boost the damage of hammers? It just does. I'd have to read how it's worded, to be honest, but from I know that you're saying that as a joke, of course. I had heard that is actually a glitch. This is just what I remember hearing at some point. But everybody used the hammers for so long that they thought that everybody would lose their minds if they actually corrected that, so they never fixed it. They just left it how it was. Kind of like the reason why they're probably never going to fix Mosaic. Because it's been around long enough now that the Mosaic lovers out there would just absolutely lose their minds if they nerfed it. Just lose their minds. Speaking of, the funniest thing the other day, I don't know about the funniest thing, but slightly comical. Diablo 4 did a post something about, or the Diablo YouTube page did a community post about something with the new season of D4, like they added something or changed something, I don't know exactly. But literally 50% of the comments were like, when are you adding new stuff to D2R? When's Act 6 coming to D2R? It'd be better if you just did more for D2R. Like literally 50% of the comments. Now there wasn't like 1,000 comments. There was probably only like 30 comments, but still. It was kind of funny. Terrorize Bloodraven for the Cham? Legendary. Oof. Terrorize Bloodraven. I did find an ohm from Terrorize Bloodraven one time. There can't really be anything to that, right? Yeah, Bloodraven's it's too out there, though, to actually, like, run, you know? I mean, anybody can do whatever they want, I guess, but, you know. Ooh, no, archers. I think I was just running it for the lulls, I guess the kids say, but... Crash has World Series just about to start. Go sports ball. Who's playing in that? The Jays and who? Sounds like the Jays anyways. Joe Jamble Jeeds, yeah, right. I am a jambler. I've been known to jamble. Jays Dodgers, huh? Oh, speaking of Jays and Dodgers, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. If you don't mind. Jose loves the Mosaic flashbang. Ooh. Gross. I'm sure you're like half joking or whatever, but yeah, not a fan. Personally. Come on. There we go. Couldn't teleport where I wanted to. Contagious marijuana. Welcome in. Mosaic worse than Oxyring? Yeah, actually that is true. Mosaic is more busted than the Oxyring, yeah. I would say Mosaic would be more busted than the Whiz Spike gloves. Now white rings and white gloves, I would even say it's probably more busted nowadays than even those were. Than those would be now, actually. Because the melee damage is so low nowadays, relative to monster health pool size. The increased attack speed and stuff probably on white rings and gloves and stuff. I think they had a bunch of strength too, but yeah, it's probably even more busted than even all that stuff. Hex charms now? That's maybe a different story. More busted than hacked Ith runewords? Probably, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Mosaic is much more busted than pretty much any of the hack stuff we used to have back in the day, yeah. Christox just pulled a Baroon out at Trav, my favorite. JK. But yeah, it is notorious that it's good for runes. Congrats on that. Oh, 200 plus SOJs. Quite a few. 200 Sages. There's alley-oops from deep right there. Jeez. Couldn't even see her anymore, but I locked on. It was still chucking. There was like a 48-second pause between when I threw those bombs and when they landed on her. Alrighty. 8:08. Boy, I am tired. I stayed up too late last night. Ever use a cube recipe to add sockets to uniques? With the Stone of Jordan thing? No, I would never. I mean, when you can just, like, do a Larcy quest, I mean. Had an account made where there was a level 70 of every class and each had 20 Stones of Jordan. And then the Rust Storm. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I did have a mule with a bunch of hex charms and stuff, and yeah, all gone when the Rust Storm hit. I feel like when I had the Stones of Jordan, I think I got caught. I didn't play for like 6 months or a year or something, and I logged in and I was like, oh yeah, all my stuff's still good, yeah, you know, like and I was like, all right, let's go. And I went over and I clicked the inject on my loot filter, and instantly when I hit inject, the game just like shuttered and then closed, and I went to log back in and my account was gone. So yeah. Womp womp, exactly. Watched the channel for a while. What's going on, Langley? What's up? What's up? I'm old enough to have pre-ordered D2. Oh my gosh. I mean, I could have, I guess, but I didn't know about the game at the time. But yeah, so you've been playing for a second, huh? Just wanted to pass on a dumb build no one ever covered. A patty barb? I'm not sure what you mean by patty barb. You got to throw in some more details there. Got to throw in a little more details there, Langley. Oh, maybe I should have kept reading. Stun jump barb. Oh, I skipped a sentence. My bad. My bad. It happens to the best of us. So like a leap barb, you're saying? Definitely leap barbs. I actually played leap for part of the last season at the start, actually. Leap is actually really good now. Well, I would let me rephrase that. Leap, I think, is actually the preferred playthrough skill for speedrunners now because it's super powerful after some balancing changes and stuff. I actually played Leap for a day after I beat the game for not this season but the one before, and then I switched to Throw Barb. But yeah, I don't know that anyone really plays it a lot, like quote unquote endgame or whatever. Quote unquote endgame. Smolps, yo, what's going on? Man, I identified probably like 5 bone knives already. You missed them all. Oh yeah. And I was I read a couple other comments up here too. I forgot. For a full party on a playthrough, like a leap barb is hilarious. How it stuns the whole screen. Yeah. You ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong though. Petition to Phil to allow us to roll back to hacked items. You're holding me accountable. Hey, I ain't got no sway in this stuff. What am I going to call up? Dev Brian? He's just going to do whatever I tell him to?
Yes.
Ooh, I got to look for some good throwing weapons to imbue. What should I imbue? Shaolin Phoenix, welcome in. Sucks for you. Got a Vex. Nice. I wouldn't mind getting a Vex. Not that I necessarily need it, but high runes are always hype. High runes are always hype. Yeah, fine. Enough like density around here that it's neat, I guess. But then they all run away. Ethereal Phase Blade? Ethereal Phase Blade, you don't say. Probably should be an Ethereal Crystal Sword or Dimensional Blade. But I'm picking up Chilean down. Imbue one of those and then up it to a Phase Blade so it has no durability. Can't break. I'm picking up Chilean down. Yeah. I feel like... I don't know on single player, though, if I would use those. Could be something that would be like... Like, I wouldn't mind finding one because it'd be hype or whatever, but I would never, like, use it, right? But a sick throwing weapon, I would also probably never use. But maybe. Uber leveling? Okay. See, actually, that's a funny one because whenever... I feel like Uber leveling... I became... I'm not going to say addicted... But I was borderline addicted to Halo, I think, when Uber leveling was a thing. If I had to guess, Uber leveling was a thing like when Halo 2 came out. Because when Halo 2 came out and you could play Halo online, is a wrap. From that time until, like, probably Call of Duty, like Infinite Warfare, which wasn't really that long ago, I almost didn't play Diablo 2 at all in that time period. I was just like, Halo, like, we used to system link party like non-stop, you know. Go to people's houses, drive up with the TV. Then Halo 2, you could play online, crazy. Then it was Call of Duty, and then it was Halo 3, Halo Reach. Then it was, you know, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, you know, just... Between the Call of Duties, there was probably 3 or 4 years where all I did was play only Call of Duty, essentially. So... when it was like Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 3. You know, those are just crazy. Why can't I chat in-game? So sometimes there's a glitch, and it's been around for like ever, even in LOD, to where the chat would just bug and you couldn't chat anything. How do you fix it? I've heard you could leave and come back, but... Wait, what's going on over here? Oh my goodness, Wicked Plumber, you Giga Chad. This Giga Chad, this Giga Chad, this Giga Chad. Gifted 20 YouTube Slayer ships. Thank you so much for the generosity, Wicked Plumber. Oh yeah. Woo! Thank you so much for the generosity. What a legend, what a legend. I know you're usually you usually don't want to print up there. If you want one, let me know. I know you usually what's the word I'm thinking of? Forego the print or whatever, but if you want one, let me know. Oh, the chat gem fixes it. Okay, I didn't know that. I guess I didn't hear that. Did not hear that. Abstains from, yeah. Whatever word means you don't take me up on the offer of doing a print. Exactly. Evan Vander, what's going on? Welcome in. Sorry, I know if there's any comments up here, I probably missed some. Let me catch a little bit, but yeah, so the Uber leveling, I wasn't, yeah, Langley says you could get to level 80 in 2 hours. I do remember hearing that, yeah. And that's similarly to how at one point the cow level was, which I think I was reading that somebody said that too. Where you could get rushed through the game. You didn't have to be a certain level to get past Ancients. And, literally you'd hop into a cow level and you'd, like, go through the portal. Bloop, and you just stand next to the portal. And your level would be like, boing, boing. You know, your experience would just... You'd go up like 20 levels in one game, you know. So, and I feel like there must not have been a level, what do you call it? A level restrict. You know how if you're too far away from the level of the monster, you won't get a lot of experience. Relative, like you only get like 2% of the experience from the monster. That must not have been a thing. Either that or cows just gave you so much experience that even though you're only getting 2% of it, you still leveled up like a bazillion speed. So. One of those two things, I'm not sure. Oh, how many tokens for a Mao? I mean, I don't know for sure, Josh, but tokens are actually kind of expensive. Like, I don't even know if you could get a token for a Mal rune, to be honest. You might be able to get one. Maybe chat can help you out with that one a little bit. Arca's chicken gun that he made a fortune in FG Uber leveling people back in the day. Nice. Friendly Truth says prior to the leveling fix, gotcha. Ubers were the place. Yeah, I was sitting out Diablo 2 at the time, so I actually found out about Uber leveling just a few years ago. People mentioned, I was like, what is this? And I look it up and people tell me and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't play during that time period. Gosh, Art, oh my gosh. Just look at that health. Hell rune, let's go! Yeah, Donald saying token usually a Vex. That's what I thought, but the prices do change depending on the, you know, time or whatever, so. I wasn't sure, but that's what I thought, but. Frighting True said there was experience penalty, but 5% of 1,000,000 is still a lot at level 5, yeah. There you go. Gotcha. Makes sense. Kind of similar to how now if you get rushed, they say just do chaos runs, because chaos there's so much experience that even if you're at level 5 or whatever, if you get a G rush nowadays, you still level up pretty quickly. Josh said he did get a token for a Mal, so there you go. Good. Glad you got one, since I'm sure you needed one, it sounded like. Good luck finding a G-Rush, though. Yeah, you kind of got to know somebody who knows somebody, right? Or like essentially purchase one on JSP, I suppose. Me in my position, I can usually end up, if I wanted to, hypothetically, I could talk somebody into doing it, you know, finding a bumper and all that stuff, so. I usually don't, though. I remember before I streamed, I did kind of happen into a G-Rush once or twice. or more likely, what would happen is I would like, you know, I'd be going into Nightmare, and I'd be like, anyone looking to do Nightmare? And they're like, hey, I'm at Ancients right now. Just hop in here, and we'll get past it. And I'm like, well, I'm not high enough level, and you know, they're like, no, just do this, blah 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 blah. So you know. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, Langley's kind of describing there the G-Rush stuff or whatever, but a little bit of it. But yeah, it's not one of those things people usually do for free all that much, right? Why do something for free when you can get paid for it, am I right? Ugh. Skipping the Act 3 organs. Yeah, I forget. I know you were. Yeah, Pablo said that. Most of the time, anytime I get rushed or whatever, we don't. I forget the way that you have to like create a game and then go in and then someone else create the game. I forget exactly what you got to do to get past that, but and you got to have somebody who completes the quest or something. I don't remember fully. Anytime I rush anybody or I get rushed, we just grab the body parts real quick. And if you have a high level character, finding the body parts takes like 3 minutes. So it's almost not even worth skipping, to be honest. You got a really fast teleporting Sorc, you know. Oopsie. Stock's got a low rune now. Just popping them off. Hey, save some of the luck for some of us bums like me, huh? Jeez, you're stealing all our luck. All our RNG. Print or print? I'm not sure what you're saying. Did I misspell something somewhere? Not sure. Oh, you know what I was thinking? You know what I am sure of though? Y'all should hit the like button for me, yeah? Help a brother out. Man, a lot of IOs and stuff. Come on. Come on. Streamers get special luck? Apparently not. Because I did find a cham the other day, but I bet you over the last month, albeit I am literally a full-time stream and make YouTube videos on only Diablo 2 Resurrected. I've only found one. That's the only high rune I've found in like a month. Legit. On offline single player with all level 90 something characters, with infinities and fortitudes and chains of honors and stuff, like all the best gear. I found all running everything on P8 pretty much, terror zones and stuff. Literally one high rune. It was a cham. That is one of the rarer ones, but still, like, the luck has not really been super great lately, to be honest. Trav's a goat. Hard pass on that, Christos. I got a very much hated, I should say. Make another drink real quick. Could use some more ice, but sounds like a lot of work, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, sorry, Lang. I did see your comment up a minute ago, kind of explaining it a little bit more. Too much for me to remember at the moment, I'm gonna be honest. About getting the organs and stuff. The flail and stuff. Do forgive me. On to Jewel, 15 IAS, 65 attack rating. Interesting. Stuff like that. It's so hard to, like, for me, like, I couldn't guess the value on that if it had any. Who would necessarily use it and whatnot. There's more basic stuff that would be, you know, like a 15-15 with either max damage or, like, all res. So you can kind of just look that straight up and figure out what it's worth, but, yeah. Give it a little stir. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Josh, should I go Hydras, you say? I mean, Hydras can be kind of good. Yeah. I think usually, like, Hydra Fireballer, the only thing is with any of the fire builds, unless you have the best gear in the game, and even after you have the best gear, I don't really like doing every area. If you're any of the fire builds, there's like 5 places in the game that you, like, generally go with it, you know. See Phil's wife carrying him up the stairs? Bro. Because I made another drink? Get out of town. I'm 6'3", 235, so at the moment. Wife is not carrying me anywhere. This build blinds my eyes, says DV. This one's too bright for you? Oh boy. Let me introduce you to the Mosaic Assassin. I must have too much light radius on, huh? Kawasaki Green saying Fireball Hydra, new favorite for you. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. I just don't like running it. Even after you get the Thunder Chimes, you just don't get as much minus res as you can get on a lightning build. And then if you don't have enough minus res, then even having the Thunder Charm, like, you're still, like, these guys right here, they're broken. Like, look at the fire damage. It's working against them. But is it really working that fast? You know? Working that fast? You know, I don't know. Flickering Flame only has, what, it rolls 10 to 15. I do get it. It does work and everything, but if I ever use a fire build, it's pretty much strictly in the Stony Tombs or a couple other places. Let's see. Frightening Truth saying, I think the raw damage is better than Fireball Meteor. Well, the thing that's convenient about Hydra is that you drop them down and then you target some stuff and, you know, you're just getting all that damage shooting out all over the place with no effort at that point, right? So it's a little bit lower effort of a play style, which I like. It's definitely not bad. I've used it. Uh-oh. About to sneeze again. I don't know what. Man, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on this afternoon here with my allergies or whatever, I guess. Walk on Glenn saying on EU in 15 minutes. Is that ladder, Glenn? He says there's going to be a walk in 15 minutes on the European server for, I believe, ladder, probably. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the sneezing. How unprofessional of me. Good God. Gotcha, Glenn. Yeah, I just didn't know if you were saying if it was ladder or non-ladder. But yeah, he says, well, 5 with the lightning. Yeah, whatever. 15 minutes of walk on the EU ladder, apparently. Viv says, doesn't like to aim, but used to play COD in Halo all the time. Yeah, man. The thing is that I mean, I played all the time, but I don't know. I feel like mouse and keyboard is so much harder on the hands and stuff than controller. I used to play, I bet you I played Call of Duty as much as I'm on the computer nowadays, honestly. And there was actually times when my thumbs would get sore and like hurt and stuff because I played Call of Duty so much. But, you know, now it's all like my wrists crack and stuff. And then from bowling, I must not throw right or something. My two fingers that go on the ball, like my knuckles up here crack all the time when I move my fingers now. Crazy. Langley, anyone know if he plays? By he, I'm assuming you mean me. I almost only play softcore. I almost never play hardcore. You're all good, Glenn. Yeah, you might have got hit with an ad on Twitch or something. Twitch is kind of scummy with the ads, and you either have to like demonetize your channel or have 3 minutes of ads per hour, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, Biv also has the inside on the walk here, so.
Now starting a Meteor Inferno build.
All right. Nice, Race. Congrats on that playthrough completion. And yeah, Race always just does playthroughs with this build, this one, that one, this one, that one. So congrats on that one. Running True said he probably killed me with a throwing knife in COD. I mean, maybe. I feel like you didn't really get killed with throwing knives in COD very often. It was more like thunk, thunk, thunk. Danger close noob tubes for days. He was like, oh, come on. No, my claim to fame, though, what I love to do in COD is I would take a weapon that was like kind of good, but not the best. And people only use the best weapons, right? They'd use the FAMAS. They would use the 3-burst like M16s, depending on which COD it was or whatever. You know, stuff like that. Like the one Call of Duty, I don't remember which one it was. I feel like it was Modern Warfare 2, but I could be wrong, so don't like roast me if I'm wrong here. But and you could track, it would say how many kills you had with every weapon type and even the attachments and stuff. My number one weapon used was the Enfield. The Enfield was the original weapon that you would have that they would just inherently give you at the start. The inherent battle rifle they would give you. And I was like, you know what? Everyone thinks this sucks because it's the first weapon they give you and this and that. This is going to be the weapon I use. So the entire year, I just use the Enfield with the Master Key. Yeah, so literally it was my number one most kills in Call of Duty was the Enfield. Then it was the Master Key. And then it was C4. Because I used this one like loadout all the time. I just used the one for the whole season. And people would literally, it was when you could go look at their player card and you could go look before the game to see what they use. Because you go look and their like number one killed weapon would be like the Galil or something. And then their number two would be like the noob tube, the grenade launcher. And everyone would be like, look at this noob. Oh my gosh. Like you have 4,000 kills with the noob tube and you have 6,000 with the Galil. And then your next closest weapon was like 30. Like, come on. Like, you suck, dude. Like, you talk crap to people based upon looking at what they used all the time. And then people would look at mine and they'd be like, look at these noobs. They're blah, 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 this and that. And they would look like, wait, what? Your number one used weapon is the Enfield? And your number two weapon with the most kills is the Master Key? Which anyone who doesn't know, the Master Key was a shotgun attachment that would attach to your weapon. So you could spray and you hit a button and you flip up like this. And then it had like half the range of a good shotgun in the game. But it was just hilarious to use. Just hilarious. Sounds like the Black Ops 1. Could be. Very well could be. The Striker on Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, that was just like with the Tommy gun. What do you even call it? The what's it called? The thing that has all the bullets in it. That's like a big cylinder. Why is my brain dead? What is it? What's it called? Can't remember. Nope, it's gone. Oh, a drum. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, had a drum of like 50 shells somehow or something, whatever it was, yeah. There was no good shotguns in Black Ops 1. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it was. It could have been, I don't know. Could have been Black Ops 1. I mean, it wasn't like a Spaz 12 or something. Spaz 12 must have been Modern Warfare 2, I'm guessing. The Cobra pistol. I don't remember the Cobra pistol, Marks. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
Yes.
There was the one Call of Duty that had the pistol that had the it had like a shoulder mount on the pistol, and it was essentially like an assault rifle. It shot 3-round bursts too. Is that the one you're talking about? The name Cobra pistol doesn't sound right though. I don't remember for sure though. Raffica. Mm-hmm. Viv knows what's up. The Raffica was the one I was thinking of, yeah. Cobra was like the 357. Oh. It was like the Magnum. Or like the Desert Eagle or something. Like it was one of those ones. Where, yeah, and albeit, just I will, not remind you, but let you know. I don't really like, everything I know pretty much about what I'm talking about here for guns and stuff is just from Call of Duty. I'm not like a gun nut in real life, so. But yeah, you'd have like the golden eagle, you know, and you just like pow 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 pow. 6-shot revolver you could snipe with. Yeah, that's what was sweet about. I don't know about sweet, but the old shooters, even in the first like Halo 1. When you'd system link, go over to people's houses, you could like pull up the pistol from across the map and just be like, and just 3 headshots and they'd be down. You know, you could just snipe people across the map. They'd be trying to zoom in with like with their sniper, and you'd just be like picking them off with the pistol. Crazy. Oh, sucks for you. Yo, thank you for the Slayer ship. We got a brand new Slayer in here, folks. Thank you so much for the generosity. Welcome in to the Sweetville Slayers. Ooh. Appreciate you. Golden Desert Eagle was peak. Yeah. Boy, that was back in the day when you didn't have to buy skins. You could just earn them. Those were the days. You know what you couldn't buy? A 6.5 KD. Well, those were the days. Those days will never come back with skill-based matchmaking the way it is and stuff. But I remember rolling with the boys, and like I would be like the worst one with like a 3.5 KD, and they have like 7.5 KDs and stuff, and 6.5, and we'd come up against some other team, like in Halo, because it kind of matched people up based upon their rank, and there'd be, oh, here we go, fellas. This is one we're really trying, and like you memorize where the spawn locations are, and you count down to when the rocket launcher is going to respawn after someone picked it up and stuff like that, and you're just like, you're just locking down the weapon spawns, you know, so they can't get to the good weapons and stuff. Boy, those were the days. And you get done with a match that was like super close, and you got picked off at some point. Maybe they beat you, and you literally like you're expecting them to just like come out like with a huge racist screed, you know, just spitting out any hugely offensive, the most offensive things you could think of. But they come out and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a great match. good job, fellas. And you're just like, yeah, we need a rematch of this one. And you just play the same people again. Those were the days. Cupcake Ninja, what's going on? Welcome in. The Franklin talking about Battlefield games. I never played the Battlefield ones. No. Kevin up here says Black Ops 1 was Spaz 12 in the Olympia. Were the Olympias the double shotguns at the time? Because there was the Model 12s at one, but I feel like the Olympias were like double barrel, two-handed. Right? You can only shoot them twice. You have to reload. The models were the ones you'd shoot and you'd flip them around and it would like, whatever you call it. Yeah. Always watch the lives. Never thought to join until now. It's all good. Sucks for you. Appreciate you joining up, supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Watching you for a while. I've had great luck so far. Well, at least my good luck's rubbing off on you. Not so much for me, but... Josh up here a minute ago said he was in an elite clan in Modern Warfare 3. Gotcha. I would never got into clans, you know, anything serious about that. I just had some friends that... One of my friends was so good at Call of Duty that... in Halo, like, I don't know how he was so good at first-person shooters, but he was amazing. Just amazing. He's one that would have like a 7 or 8 KD, you know. He'd be like the max level in Halo. He'd be level 50 in Halo, you know. Where he would lose a level if we lost a match, and then we'd have to win like 35 or 40 in a row, and he'd go up to 50 again, you know, type of thing. I don't even know how he was so good. But he was so good and like kind of an outgoing guy too, real nice guy and everything. He would like he had all these friends on the first person shooters that he just met in the game, you know. And he literally met people in the Call of Duty and Halo and stuff that then like he was so close with and stuff, like came to his wedding and stuff. And he like went to their weddings and stuff. But yeah. MC, I wouldn't say that. Not in my situation. If you were like a 16-year-old girl, it would seem creepy, but not when you're somebody that streams publicly, you know. See, Olympia was an over-under, I think. Was it? I thought it was, I'm not sure. I know the barrel looked giant, is what I do remember, so. Here comes Tyrael's in the next 5 minutes. Probably frightening. More than likely, to be honest. Viv saying the models had range, yeah. I feel like there was a time too where they nerfed them for after a while, so I don't know when exactly. There is a Call of Duty guy I watched. I mean, most people know about the same people on YouTube, so there's this guy, young guy, Fortunate on YouTube that I watch. He just plays the old Call of Duties. And he pretty much does like nuke challenges, like I'll do this ridiculous thing and get a nuke, pretty much. But he played one time where he was saying like he was playing a patch, an older patch of a version of the models that was before it was nerfed or something. Can't remember for sure, but what's the main weapon you're using? Yeah, Heart of the Oak. Yeah. Yep, using Heart of the Oak. Kind of for the FCR and all the other stuff. You, of course, get the skills on it, too, and stuff. pretty much like essentially a standard caster setup. I do have a Phoenix shield on, which is, some people frown upon it for this build. I don't, I guess. You got the minus fire res. You do lose bodies for the corpse explosion from the Death Sentry, but yeah, you get enough increased attack speed from the burst of speed that you don't really need to worry about increased attack speed much, I feel anyway. Burnsy saying Battlefield 6 killing it right now. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't even know modern games nowadays. I don't even look at this stuff, to be perfectly honest. But Cupcake said he's doing some MF himself on single player. Nice. Writing Truth had a friend that battled the devs in Halo 2. Their noob combo was cheating. What? Come on.
Good to see you.
I'll never forget when in the original Halo, maybe it was Halo 2, I think. So when Halo 2 came out, where I lived, I don't know if people have been here for the whole stream, but I lived in a one stoplight town, essentially in the country. So nobody had internet that was like fast enough to play Halo, except for me. So it's because my dad was like an early adopter on like computer stuff. He was like huge into computers. So much so that like my mom was telling me that my mom, when she was like in high school, my parents graduated in like the 70s. So it must have been like the 80s actually, after high school. But my dad would get computer magazines and my mom would read off the code that my dad would input into the computer because you couldn't buy games. You would get the magazine and you would put the code into DOS or whatever, or into, I don't know exactly what, but she would read the code out of the computer magazines my dad would get, and he would be punching it in while my mom would read it off. So he was always in a computer. So we had high-speed internet and stuff. So I would we would system link for Halo 2, but I was the only one that had the internet to play online. So I knew how to super bounce. I knew the like they had never seen the death combo, the battle rifle, one headshot, you're down. They never seen that before. None of them. I played with them and they're like, "You're cheating. What was that?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not cheating, bro. I just shot you with one gun and then shot you with the other one at the same time." And then I had to show them that, and it was so funny because there was all these like different spots that they never knew about, and I'd like super bounce in the middle of games and stuff, and they'd be like, "What?" I felt so cool. Do I prefer Fist of the Heavens or Hammers? I kind of sort of prefer Fist of the Heavens, sort of, I think. I don't, it's not by a lot though, but yeah. Arc Raids gameplay, I have not, MC. I'm assuming you're saying gameplay about Call of Duty or something. I've never heard the name or whatever, so. Used to hop on a private server 12, 13 years ago and would play from 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Oh, gotcha. Some other shooters there you're talking about. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't played shooters. Infinite Warfare was like the end of the line for me. Halo died off. I played a little bit of ODST, but it just didn't feel, you know, and then they got too much into the, when they started adding jetpacks and stuff into the games, because I don't know why. They're so stupid and dumb, like jetpacks and like wall running and stuff. That's when I checked out of first-person shooters. I'm like, these people have no idea what they're doing. They don't know why people like these games. They're just, you know, and from what I understand, the first-person shooters haven't gotten any better nowadays. They don't necessarily have the wall running and stuff, but they have like the skill-based matchmaking and the skill-based auto-aim that I hear that they've been using and stuff, and the fact that you can't earn, like, you probably can earn some, but the like so many of the skins and stuff are all like paid and like loot boxes and stuff. I don't know exactly how like I haven't followed it a lot, so I don't know how much all that is, but Yeah. Looking up super bouncing on YouTube took some weeks of your youth. Yeah, I definitely looked. I seen people did it in games, and I seen some people do it on my team and watched them and then looked it up. Yeah. Moki Lock saying you worked on Infinite Warfare. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but that game was terrible. Real sorry. I don't want to offend nobody, but that killed first-person shooters for me. I had it for like 2 weeks and I sold it on eBay. I could not. The whole wall running and stuff and the lasers and I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. But hey, if that game never came out, imagine if the Call of Duties and stuff, I kept playing those all the time. I would have never been a Diablo 2 content creator. I might still be playing Call of Duty right now. Just imagine. Bread Not saying modern first-person shooters just feel faster. Well, they try to make them all like seem so much faster, but really just like everything moving faster. Oh, my merc disappeared. I was too busy trying to read. Yeah, the whole like everybody just runs around sliding everywhere all the time. Jeez, get rid of the sliding. Come on, like it's just too much. The dolphin dive was fine because it was almost like a nerf, so it was like funny that you did it. But everybody running around sliding everywhere all the time is so annoying. I don't know. Maybe it's just, oh yeah, maybe I'm old man me. I don't know. But man, I still remember the original Modern Warfare, and gosh, that was so sick. So sick. Not to defend the game because I agree it wasn't great, but all the wall running and futuristic stuff was actually what fans initially were asking for. I do believe that. 3 years later, they didn't want it anymore. Well, yeah, it's one of those things. I think it was classic WoW, right? And the devs were like, "You say you want that." I forget what it was about. Someone can put it in the chat. You say you want that, but you don't. Sometimes the thing is that people are stupid and they say they want things and then they get it and they're like, ugh, this is not good. You do not want wall running. Really, what people want, they'll play a game. They want it to be more realistic. And they'll be like, this is too slow paced, blah, blah, blah. But the game is the most popular ever. But they'll be like, no, we want to add more things. We want to add this, and we want to add that, and we want to change this, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is that they're stupid, and they don't know what they want. Everyone's dumb in the world. It's unfortunate. You can't wall run? Well, I can, but you know what I'm saying. No political stuff, Nagy. Come on now. Jeez, this guy. We want higher drop rates. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, Smolps knows this stuff. Fans have no idea what they want. Look at Battlefield 6 is just for... I don't know what that means, Fighting Truth, but are you saying that they just kept remaking the same game over and over again, or... Fighting Truth said he'd take a doubling of drop rates. That's what you say until you get it, and then all of a sudden you have your character fully decked out twice as fast on ladder, and you stop playing twice as fast. And what you just said there with having doubled the drop rates, everyone would agree with that. That's what every Diablo 2 mod does. And they change stuff all the time, and it's super annoying. Super annoying. E2 feels good. I doubt it does. I very doubt it. I can't stand Project Diablo 2 personally. Little known fact here too. Actually, and I say this all the time, so sorry, I know some people have heard it 1,000 times. before D2R came out. Ooh, Shadow Plate. Hold up. Resocket. Oh, no, that's not the right one. If this rolls Ethereal, the amount of defense this has is actually huge. But an elite armor base that's unique. Unfortunately, not a sacred armor, though. Unfortunately. Yeah, we want to be level 99 in 2 days, exactly. We want Diablo 2 to be like Diablo 3. Where you're max level and you have your perfect gear set in 1 day. Kupo saying Spirit too strong, Mosaic too strong. I get the argument for Spirit, yeah. See, I am an anti-change guy, but Spirit is probably too strong. Mosaic is definitely too strong. I'm not like calling for change, but I do kind of agree, I suppose. But yeah, Battle Mage, you're saying the real issue is some people do want that thing, and then a bunch don't. Vocal minority are the ones that put their money where their mouth is. Maybe. I mean, that's the thing, and it's never going to change. I'm not even necessarily blaming corporations, but when you're the way your financials work for your company is you make more money based upon how many skins in the game you sell to whales. It leads you to not make the best game possible. It leads you to cater to a bunch of degenerates that make terrible decisions. Like buying $10,000 Counter-Strike skins. And then all of a sudden the whole community, the whole value of them tanks. But anyways, but yeah. It doesn't lead you to try to make the best game. And if you're catering to the vocal minority that spends all the money, then your game's going to get worse, right? This is what it is, so. Corey, appreciate you. Yeah, it is pretty funny that the CSGO, CS2, Counter-Strike, I forget exactly what it was. I looked at it just ever so slightly a little bit, but that they put out that new thing. They pretty much did what Diablo 4 did. How you could take any of the 4 uniques and you could transmute it together to get the one you want. So the skins in... But the problem is with Counter-Strike, you buy loot boxes and then you gamble to try to get the super rare stuff. But if you get the lower level rare stuff, you could put 5 of those lower level rare stuff together shunk, to get one of the higher level rare knives or whatever. And the thing is that these knives in Counter-Strike would sell for like tens of thousands of dollars sometimes. These skins. They're literally skins. But they made this change and didn't tell anybody about it and just did it. And the Counter-Strike skin market cap was like, I don't remember the number. Maybe I'm exaggerating here. $6 billion, I think. The total amount of value of the skins in Counter-Strike was $6 billion. In 2 days, it dropped down to 3. Like, legit. Crazy. It's down to 2 billion now?
What you need?
It could be, because every, like, hour, it's dropping more and more and more and more. It's probably down to... I watched a video about 5 hours ago. It was at 3 billion. Or no. Yeah. CoffeeZilla. Because I watched Atrioc put out a video and it was at like 4 billion. It dropped 2 billion already. And then a couple hours later, like 6 hours later, then CoffeeZilla put out a video and it was down to 3 billion. Could be out to 2 billion now. I don't know. But yeah, crazy. Used for money laundering? I mean, maybe. I mean, everything is. Anything worth money is used for money laundering. A little bit. I'm gonna be up in a little bit, okay? So yeah, at the time, this is, you know, I usually do a 6 until 9 type of stream on a Friday night. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thank you, everybody that did a super print. Thanks to all y'all. Really, honestly, the generosity of you guys. I do get a little bit from the ad revenue, of course, on YouTube and on Twitch and stuff. But honestly, the channel members, the people that do the super prints and all that stuff, y'all make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos on this YouTube channel and streaming over on Twitch as well. So thank y'all so much. Really means a lot. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you, sometimes I stream on the weekend, sometimes I don't. But the main thing is I hopefully you get super lucky and find all those burr runes and Tyrael Smites. So peace out and keep slaying. Ooh, yeah.